I wanted to begin actually with a little poem today. A poem from ancient Egypt and translated into modern form by Ladinsky, David Ladinsky. Let me see it. Yeah, I don't know it literally, but I'll read it the way I remember it. The sky is not a place to be without wings. The sky is not a place to be without wings. So love, love, love. What the poem says for me and why it's relevant for me for this morning is that it begins with the sky, right? The sky is not a place to be without wings. I'm lighting a candle here as I speak, because candles too remind us that life is much more than what we see with the eye. Life is much more than a rational place. Life isn't just the earth. I mean, it is earth, right? When we fully understand who earth is. But when we have the idea that earth is materialistic and is practical and is earning money and, all of that, then no, there is so much more. And candles remind us of that. Fire reminds us of that. And so does the sky. So the poem kind of turns it around and says, we are angels in a human form, right? We belong to the sky. And the sky is not a place to be without wings. We need our wings. If we want to live fully, we need our wings. And in dating, that is so relevant. If we want to find a life partner, we need our wings. We need all of who we are. When we allow ourselves to be reduced to deadline, eating, fitness, sporting, whatever, women, that's just a fragment of who we are. And from that place, we're not going to find our life partner. We will need all of who we are. Dating is like the sky, and it's a place where you need your wings. You need to remember the gifts of being lifted up from the earth. You need to remember that you have that gift inside of you. And what is the clue? What is the secret? What is the key to get there? The poem tells us, right? The sky is not a place to be without wings. So love, love, love. When we open our hearts to love, when we receive love, when we give love, that's when our wings start growing back. But we can only do that when we start loving, right? Many women, when they're dating before they come in the program, they are like, first I need to find a partner, and then I can start loving him and I can start receiving love. It works the other way around. By the way, my dog always enjoys it when I'm speaking in the morning, and he's now starting to eat his food, which makes a bit of a noise in the background. So you know what you're hearing. We need to begin to love, and then the partner will follow. So that is how this program is built up. It begins with loving, unleashing the love within us, unleashing the love that is around us. And where is that to be found? Well, in all our relationships, of course. Our relationship to the sky, to the earth, to the candle, to the flame, to our mom, to our dad. If you have children, to your children, to your friends, to your sisters, your brothers, maybe some trusted colleagues, maybe even some employees, clients. In all our relationships, there is love. And the beginning of the program is that we remember that and we start living that and we start expressing that. And as we love more, our wings grow back. We become again the magical beings that we are. And that attracts the magical man that we are seeking for. Not a kind of, mirror of that dull, deadline eating, sportness, obligation doing, whatever woman. What is the mirror of that? Well, a dull, deadline eating, success, career oriented, always sporting man. Not much fun to be had there. But when we find our wings back, we attract men with wings. And that's when the magic starts happening. And then we learn in the second module how to really live that magic together. Because just feeling it in your heart when you're sitting on your meditation cushion is not the same as sharing it with another human being in a live, dialogue, which is different every moment. Always something unexpected. I remember a story, it was really so sweet, really. One of my clients, and she had heard from me like, the first moment on a date, that's really important. So she got it and she had a new date and she was very excited about it. And later I asked her, and how was that first moment? She said, well, I couldn't do what I had planned. I said, why not? She said, well, there was a third person present. And I was like, dang, that's what it is all about. In real life, there's always unexpected things. That's the skill that we learn, even with unexpected things, or especially with unexpected things. How do we unleash that magic? So, a practice that is essential to what we do is the essence of love practice. It is the practice of unleashing that love. And it's a two-part practice. The first part you do early morning, alone in your bed, when you're still kind of, in this cozy, cocooning, half asleep state. Let me just take something for my throat. And the other half of it you do in your real life with somebody that you have a relationship with. And the idea is that, so often we don't express the love that we feel. And there can be several reasons for that. And in one of the trainings in Module 1, we really go into that. The From Sour to Juicy training. Typically, there's three main reasons why we don't express the love that we really feel. One is grasping. Love always has to do with the unknown, right? We never quite know when we want to express our love. We never quite know what will happen. It's not just the obligated, I love you, I love you, I love you too, right? That's not expressing your love. That's a formal thing, just like saying hello, goodbye. But when we really connect to the love that is in our heart and express that, it's alive, it's different every moment. It's like the wind, right? The wind blowing through the sky. It's different every moment. So you never quite know how it will come up. And if we're uncomfortable with that, then we start grasping onto what we know. I can just tell her I love you and then I've done it and then I'm okay. Or we can just talk. I had actually yesterday, it was so funny. I was visiting my mom, right, Sunday morning, and it was good to do. But this time a niece of mine was also there. And she is so terrified of the unknown. She needs to control any situation. And how does she do it? Talking about the opera she has seen, about the work that she used to do, about everything except this moment. Everything about us here together now. Everything except what is actually in our hearts, what is happening in this moment. She didn't ask me one question. We hadn't seen each other in years. Didn't ask me one question. Not even how are you doing? Or how's your work now? Nothing. So funny. So that's grasping, right? And people do that. We do that. And it prevents us from expressing the love that we feel. Another reason why we don't express the love is that we run away or we push away. And the interview that I did yesterday, and unfortunately there was technically a bit of a problem, so people could only watch it afterwards. But it was about Maya, who is normally also in this group, but right now she's on a plane to Latvia. She already completed the 8 weeks, is now in a follow-up program, and as such also in the group. And her pattern was to run away. When somebody came close and became intimate, she started running away. She couldn't believe anybody would really care about her. So rather than anybody finding out that she was a fake in her own idea, she would run away before anything could happen. And that prevented her not only from finding a life partner, but also from being close to her mom and dad. Now she's going to her mom and dad, right? And one of her big intentions, and I think I can say this here, is to have a private conversation with her mom and her dad and her sister and really tell each of them how much she loves them. And what a break from a pattern of always running away from those intimate moments where maybe we are touched so deeply that we cry. So 2 things that keep us from expressing that love are grasping and running away or pushing away. And the third one is desensitizing. I just don't feel anything anymore, right? It's just too painful to feel how little love I think there is in my life. There's always more than you think, but we tell ourselves there's not that much. That is painful. And then we just don't feel anymore. We just go through our days and eat those deadlines and, tell ourselves we're fine. And of course, on one level, we are fine. But our beautiful, sensitive heart, it's just slowly dying. It isn't alive. It isn't responding to whatever is going on. It isn't being hurt again, but it isn't being touched again either. So in module 1, it's all about opening that love and growing your wings back just because of that. So that you can really, inhabit the sky again. And on the one hand, we work on, in the trainings, on seeing what keeps us from doing that. There's this training from sour to juicy. There's also the training on our beliefs, shifting our beliefs about the feminine. Because we are women, right? And nowhere is that as a parent, as in dating. But our culture doesn't teach us how to be comfortable with being a woman. So when we're not comfortable with who we are, how can we really fly, right? So that training helps us shift that belief. And then there's trainings about shifting beliefs in general. Because if we have convinced ourselves that love isn't happening because, fill in the dots, because I am not good enough, because I'm not worthy of love, because whatever. If that belief is really strong, then we can never express our love. This will just be blocking us, literally. So in module 1, it's all about freeing the love. And on the one hand, in the practice of essence of love, we actually do it. And in the trainings, we kind of approach it more from a roundabout way, and we start noticing when we avoid it. And then we stop avoiding it. And then it starts happening because love is here. Love is now. And that's, of course, the beauty of the Christmas story. That essentially, that is what it is telling us. We all have wings. Not only Jesus. All of us have wings. All of us are more than this human life. And even death cannot be our end because we are more. And no matter how terrible the circumstances, the light will also always be born. Love will always be in our hearts. Love will always be in our middle, right? That is the Christmas message. So what a beautiful time now to start this journey of dating in a whole new way. Dating from the place of love.